I can share, okay, with all of you some notes or some information on what is mass communication and new media communication. Okay. Okay, right. Basically, this is content, okay, a content of my lecture today. A bit definition of what is mass communication and elements of mass communication. Okay, and we're also going to look the interpersonal communication and mass communication. There is a similarity. Okay, interpersonal communication is when we communicate with maybe one, right, one to one, but mass communication we communicate to the large scale of people. Okay. Right. Now we start with a bit definition of what is mass communication. Okay. Maybe I should use this one. Okay. So it is actually the same definition as communication, as other communication. Okay. So when we talk about verbal and non-verbal communication before, okay, in our first meeting, okay, so it is the same where it is the process of creating and sending a message to audience. Okay, we are sending a message to audience. Okay, and there must be also a process of where audience or people receive and then they analyze the message, okay, through verbal and written media. Okay, so basically it is the same process, communication process, where we have a sender, okay, we have a receiver, we have a message to send, and we have a media, okay, to send our message. And of course, during communication, send and receiving and respond, there must be sometimes a noise, okay, in between, right? So when we're talking about mass communication, okay, it is a public communication, okay, transmitted electronically or mechanically, okay, where messages are transmitted or sent to a large of people or public across the world. So we're talking about the public communication. Okay, mass communication is actually a public communication where our audience or our receiver is on a large scale. Okay, and it could be across the world. Okay, maybe all over our country. Okay, for example, Indonesia or Malaysia, but it is also across the world. So it is a mass communication. Now, when we talk about, we look at these interpersonal and mass communication, interpersonal communication and mass communication, okay, they are actually similar, right? Okay, so for example, an email, this is one type of communication. We can send an email, whether individually, okay, or to a large number of people. So when it is a mass communication, when we communicate to, so when we send an email, okay, to a large number of people, that is a mass communication there. If not, it is interpersonal, where we only email one-to-one, for example. Now, talking about web, okay, web blogs. There are individual writing, okay, the blog individually, but can be followed by mass number of people, okay. So another one, Twitter, okay. So individual tweets, and the tweets can be sent whether to a small number of people or to a large number of people, or we call mass number of people. Okay, so mass mean large, many, right? Many. Now, when we talk about web, okay, I assume, or I mean, every of us has been using a web. Okay, for sometimes you were searching for university, for example. Okay, your university have your own website. Okay, or when you are searching for a job, okay, you will search for the website for each of the company. Okay, so information on website may be for small group or as mass following. Okay, so this is the similarity, or not the similarity, using, okay, we are using the medium, email, web blog, Twitter, and web is a medium. So our communication either can be individual to individual or to a large scale of people. So that is the a similarity, okay, or using the same medium when we communicate through interpersonal or when we do a mass communication. Okay, we can use email, web blog, Twitter, a web, okay, or other type of communication. But the difference is whether we interpersonal, okay, individually, okay, or big crowds, okay, or mass of people. Okay. Now, so we are still using the same process. Okay, so the all over the our lecture. Okay, so this is the same process, whether it is a culture communication, mass, like last the first lecture where we have verbal communication, non-verbal communication. Okay, sorry, excuse me. All right, so they still the same. Okay, the same process. Okay, or the same elements of communication where we have sources. Okay, or the sender, and then encode the message. Okay, using the channel. So the channel will bring the message to the receiver. Okay, so the receiver will decode the message. We call decode. Okay, process of taking the message is decode. Okay, process of sending the message we call encode. Okay, decode, right? And then there will be a feedback. Okay, so the receiver will send the source, the source, okay, to the encode the source using the channel. Okay, send the message to the channel, and the receiver will decode the message. Okay, so it is still the same elements of communication of process. Okay. Okay, so same goes to the mass communication. So those are the elements. Okay, we have sender, we have receiver, we have a message, a channel. Okay, to send a message or to bring a message. Okay, from sender to a receiver, and of course we have, and of course we need a feedback. Okay, then only the communication process complete. Okay, when we have a feedback. So meaning that there is a communication. Okay, so one it is first is a sender. So if interpersonal communication, maybe the sender is individually. Okay, but in a mass communication, sometimes the sender could be media. Okay, media professional and organization. Okay, which sends the information. Okay, for example, here during COVID, we have a Ministry of Health, Kementerian Kesihatan. So every afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, okay, they will do they will send a message, okay, or they will have a press conference in the TV. So they will send the information to all the public or to the people. Okay, so it sometimes it could be individually, sometimes it could be one organization, okay, which send the information. Now the receiver is person who received the information that sent to him or her. Okay, or in the mass, we received the receiver is often called mass audience. Okay, because the message is to all. Okay, so for example, like when we have COVID before, okay, so every afternoon there will be a press conference, right? So a message is sent, okay, to the people or public all over the country. Okay, now message. So a message is the content of information. What to tell, okay, what to tell the receiver, or what to ask the receiver. Okay, so sometimes for example, like interview, right? The documentary is also there is a message in the documentary. For example, talking about pollution. Okay, so they come up with a documentary telling us why pollution is very dangerous, for example. Okay, sometimes in film there is a message in film when we watch film. Okay, sometimes there are an article a feature or a news story. So those are messages that will send, because we are sending the message to the public. Okay, so sometimes we want to educate the public. So we use mass communication. Now, channel is a modern mass media. So now, for example, we have radio, we have television, we have newspaper, okay, which spread the message with a great speed. So now, for example, newspaper, for example, okay, we have online platform already. For example, in Malaysia, we have one newspaper called Berita Harian. Okay, it is a newspaper. So now there is already an online platform, okay, where people can download all those news, okay, using a smartphone. Okay, so using the new media. Okay, now a feedback. So response from receiver. So of course, when mass communication, okay, we will have indirect feedback. We cannot respond on the spot, okay, but sometimes we may have indirect feedback. Maybe after a few moment, okay, then only we respond to the feedback. So for example, when we watch a documentary on pollution or on what do we call how to recycle a product, okay. So then the feedback is where we try to recycle the product, okay. So we try to use reduce, okay, reuse, okay, reduce, reuse, and the other one can't remember, 3R. So in Malaysia we have 3R, talking about the unused product, okay, or we call disposed product. Okay, so what we do, we can recycle, for example, the bottle or the newspaper, we can recycle. Okay, we can reuse, for example, the bottle, we can reuse back or reduce. Okay, so those information it will disseminate using TV or radio. So the feedback is where the public will try to use the 3R. Okay, try to reduce the product, try to reuse the product, try to recycle the product. Okay. Now, this is some related field, okay, that use mass communication. So, for example, in strategic communication, okay, health communication. So, for example, when we want to educate people, okay, on how to throw a rubbish, okay, or because of a mosquito, right? How to clean our environment, okay, how to dispose our product, okay, how to make sure we are not increase the pollution. So this is under health communication. So sometimes they will give a talk, okay, to the society. Political communications. So of course, politics people, they will use mass communication because they want to disseminate information to all the public. Okay, integrated marketing communications. So it's where when we want to advertise, okay, our product. I mean the product. Okay, the company want to advertise product. So this is to the mass communication. So they use advertisement. Okay, because advertisement is the audience is broad. Okay, so we can watch advertisement, for example, in the newspaper, right, in the TV. Sometimes we have billboards, okay, along the highway. Okay, sometimes we have a big billboards there, advertise, there is advertisement. Okay, in the journalism, of course, people read newspaper. Okay, so all the information, all the message is written in the newspaper and disseminate to the publics or the people, okay, in a large scale. So this means that the receiver is a people, okay, a public in a very large scale. Okay, now through mass communication, so information can be transmitted quickly to many people who stay away from the sources of information. So that's the objective actually. Okay, what we do, we want to transmit as quickly as we can to as many people as we can. Okay, and who stay away from the sources of information. Okay, so that is the objective of mass communication. So we try to transmit information as quickly as we can. Now, this is type of mass communication. We have, print media, of course. In Malaysia also we have print media. So if you look at this print media, there is a few newspaper in Malaysia, the Daily Star, Sunday. Okay, so this is some of the newspaper in Malaysia, right? Broadcast media. Okay, broadcast media. For example, radio, TV. Okay, so using broadcast media, and we have outdoor and transmit media. For example, these billboards. Okay, the billboards here. So if you read, actually this is advertisement of McDonald. Okay, so tinggi Gunung Kinabalu. So Mount Kinabalu is the highest. Okay, is the highest mount in Malaysia. Okay, so it's stated at Sabah. Located di Sabah, this Gunung Kinabalu or Mount Kinabalu. Okay, so it is the highest one in Malaysia. Okay, then we use digital media. Okay, digital media. So TV nowadays also digital media, podcast, radio, website, of course, social media, other social media, SMS is also digital, blog, mobile apps, and email. So those are what we call digital media. Okay. Okay, print media. So this is this is what we call types of mass communication. Okay, type of mass communication. So how we are going to communicate, so we can use this, for example, print media. We can use print media. Okay, so newspaper, magazines, books and novels, comics, journals and publications. So those are what we call printed media. So if you look at picture here, so this is some of the printed media, for example, newspaper and magazines. Okay, so the most crucial change brought to print media is that it has advanced toward online platform. So to keep people updated about latest information or happenings around us all around the globe using our touch screen. So now we have touch screen, kan? Everybody ada got phone, okay, or what we call, we have each of us have a laptop right now, or a tablet right now. Okay, those are touch screen sometimes. So what we use, we transfer, okay, the printed media, okay, to the online platform, right? So because why? Because we want to keep people updated, okay, about latest information and what happened around the globe or around the world. Okay, only using our touch screen, then we can scroll up, scroll down, okay, and we can search information. For example, we have our Uncle Google, okay, our Mr. Google, or Pakcik Google, we call here. In Malaysia, we call Pakcik Google. Okay, so we can use Pakcik Google, for example, to find the information, okay, or to have a latest information. So we now using online platform, okay, newspaper, magazine, books, novels. We have e-books, okay, or e-novels. We have comics. We have journals and publications. Okay, now only using on online platform. Okay, so we have transmit actually, but it is types of mass communication. We can use this print media, okay, to disseminate or to transmit the information. Okay, then we have broadcast media. So for example, film, television and radio. Okay, so electronic broadcast platform carries out news, information and entertainment. So of course we watch TV, okay, we watch film, we listen to radio. Sometimes there are many some entertainments, okay, whether it is in radio or in television or of course in film, right? This is what we call broadcast media. So it is also types of mass communication, okay, because television or radio, so everybody can, everybody who has radio or who has television, or right now okay, we can watch those TV and those radio. So for example, if the company want to advertise or advertise their product, so they can use advertisement in the television or in radio. Okay. Now we have outdoor and transit media. So this is for promotion purpose. Okay, promotion purpose. So if you learn marketing, how to market a product, so one of the activities is to promote. Okay, which actually is to communicate. Okay, the meaning of promotion is actually to communicate. Okay, to customer. So we have outdoor and transit media, for example, billboards. Okay, so billboards here. This is one of the billboards in Malaysia. So if you see, we have Petronas. Petronas is one of our fuel. Okay, and this is a car. So this is advertisement on car. So it is a billboards. We call billboards. And then we have boardings. We have posters. Okay, and we have banners. So so this is what example of my posters that I search. Okay, to inform about Selamat Hari Kebangsaan. Okay, to inform us that we are celebrating Malaysia is celebrate Hari Kebangsaan 60 what we call 63, okay, yang ke-63, right? Okay, that is the poster. So poster telling everybody, telling people all over the country, okay, that we are having a celebration, okay, or we are celebrate Hari Kebangsaan. So we use poster. Okay, we can also this is all purpose of promotion, okay, to inform. For example, billboards, okay, and international business conference is actually poster. Okay, I'm looking at the medium here, this medium where they use poster to tell public about the international business conference. Okay, now we have another one. So this one probably in Indonesia, where you have where the Garuda Indonesia, I think it it is an airline. Okay, so advertise airline using bus. Okay, so put the notices or the signs, banner signs or the poster on buses. Okay, so which we call outdoor media. Okay, so means people who cross or who looking at the bus, so they can read the Garuda airline. So meaning that the Garuda Indonesia or the airlines is advertise their company, okay, using bus. So this is actually a type of promotion. Okay, it is a type of promotion, promote. So when we want to promote our services or our product, so we can use posters and banners. So this is also part of mass communication, because we communicate to everyone. We try to communicate to a large scale. So that's why we put big billboards along or across the road, okay, along the road or along the highway. So we try to communicate to people there is a product in the market right now. Okay. All right. Next, this is types of mass communication. Right now we have digital media or new media. So this is a part of mass communication. So has become an influential form of media in the present time. So it is also referred to new media. Okay. So it is an interactive communication. Okay, it is an interactive communication, and together with internet. So when we have digital media or new media, it must plug in the internet. Okay, so internet will quick and easy accessible information in variety of formats, wide-ranging medium, okay, such as emails, social media, video platform, websites, mobile apps, e-books. Okay, we use e-books right now. Sometimes we do not use hard copy. Okay, we use e-book and podcasts and also online radio. Okay, so because of the new era or new trends, okay, world have changed. Now we communicate using digital media. Okay, so for example, when you want to promote your ebook, so you can use those social media through YouTube, through Facebook, okay, through Instagram or tweet sometime, or Pinterest, for example. So this is social media where you can promote your ebook, for example, right? If you have ebook you want to promote, or other products when you want to promote, you can use those social media. Okay, so for example, digital application in smartphone, okay, and video game where we can play online. Okay, digital application in smartphone, and then or video game where we play online, right? Online video games. So those are what we call digital media or new media. Okay, this is some of the several types of mass communication that we use in everyday life. Okay, this is before the new media come in lah. We use movies and films. Okay, sometimes from movie we can send a message. Okay, maybe we want to educate people. Okay, on how, or sometimes we want to give entertainment, right, to the public. Okay, but some of the message sometimes we want to educate, so we can also use movies. Okay, other social medias, books. We can use advertising, journalism, and photography. So photography, sometimes in journalism, okay, or in newspaper, sometimes we learn more when we look at picture or photo. Okay, so when we read, sometimes we can't identify, okay, what are the writers or the authors trying to explain. But when we see the photo, okay, attached to the articles, then we can understand better. Okay, advertising, okay, for we use in everyday life. For example, every day when you look at the magazine or in television, okay, there are some in Malaysia, for example, some drama, okay, some we call it sinetron. Is it sinetron? Is it correct what I said? Sinetron, episodes, drama. Anyone? Betul tak saya sebut sinetron? A drama.
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, di Indonesia disebut sinetron.
Sinetron, yeah. We also have we call it at 7 p.m. at 7 in the evening. Okay, there is one slot we call slot, can't remember already. Lama tak tengok TV. Slot Samarinda. There is slot Samarinda. Okay, where is a episode of drama, Malaysian drama. Okay, so there are a company who will advertise. Okay, so meaning that they sponsored the program. Okay, the program Samarinda, the slot Samarinda. Okay, so what about Indonesia? Do you have a sponsored? While we watch the movie and then we have a break and then they will show us the advertisement. Do we have in Indonesia?
Yes, Miss. Sometimes we have the advertisements on the movies or cinetrons, like the characters on cinetrons, branding some brand at the films, like Yakult maybe, or Pocari Sweat, that is the drink, and they are drink the stuff on the movie.
Oh, good. Okay, so we have also here in Malaysia, okay, the advertisement part, and we also have one collaboration between Astro, Malaysian Astro, okay, and one of the film maker, okay, when they come up with one drama series, okay, where they're trying to increase the demand of Nivea cream. Okay, Nivea cream in Malaysia is the demand is a bit low, so they try to increase the demand of Nivea. Okay, so they use the product in the what we call in the drama. Okay, so it is the actor is Fatah Amin. Have you heard the Malaysian actor Fatah Amin? The one who married to Fazura. If you know Fazura, one of the actress in Malaysia. Okay, and the actress is Jannah Nik. I think Jannah Nik is popular, right? Jannah Nik. So maybe some of you have watched their movies. Okay, Fatah Amin and Jannah Nik. So they become actor and actress in the drama, and also they using Nivea inside the drama. Okay, so this is the Nivea company pay the drama, all right, and so that the Nivea hoping that Nivea demand will increase. Okay, so this is all a types of mass of communication. Okay, this is functions of mass communication, kan? Because when we talk about mass communication, we are talking about information transmit to a large scale of people, or to a public. Okay, so one of the function of mass communication is surveillance. All right. Okay. Society relies on mass communication, news, and information about our daily life. So nowadays, we are relying on mass communication news. Okay, for example, reports on weather, current issues, and that times for games. Okay, instant access for information by sending notification to smartphones with the latest news. So those are what we call surveillance. Okay, so we rely on our smartphones. For example, nowadays we using smartphone. Okay, so we know that there are not, for example, notification of a smartphone inside our smartphone. So meaning that we can reach the latest news. Okay, so when we see our smartphone, okay, there is a news come in. For example, there is an email come in. So we could know the latest info that we want. Okay, so that is one of the what do we call functions of mass communication. Okay, surveillance. Now, next, another function is correlation. Okay. Now, correlation means it refers to how media present facts. Okay, how media present facts. Okay. Now, the information received from mass communication is objective and without bias. So everybody said, okay, let's say we are the audience. We always watch TV. Okay, so we have no doubt that all the information in the mass communication is objective and without bias. Okay, but but how credible are the media? Okay, this is include in communication ethics. Okay, when they want to communicate a message to a people or to a public, okay, how credible are the message, are the media? So it is one of the communication ethics last week. We're talking about the reliable media, reliable information, okay, valid information, right, and trust information. So we want those types of information. Okay, but how credible is the media when they what do we call, when they spread the message? Okay, so because the public always say it must be true. Okay, if it is on the internet, so everything what we watch in the internet, we say okay, that is true with no bias. Okay, so sometimes someone will select, okay, the information, they sometimes they will arrange, they will interpret, they will edit, and they will critiques, okay, the information used in the media and spread out edited information which may not true. Okay, sometimes there are some people, okay, some maybe they got some agenda, so they will select the information, they will try to arrange back, interpret in their own way, okay, edits and critiques the information. Okay, and then so we what we receive is the edited one, okay, which was edited by someone, and sometimes which may not true. Okay, so another issue is whether reality TV show represent what really happens. Okay, sometimes we want to increase the audience. Okay, so sometimes the media try to make the situation in terms of audience. Okay, so media company create and distribute content they believe audience want. Okay, so we could the issue here is in terms of ethics. Okay, are they ethics enough? Are their message or are their information are credible? Okay, to the audience. Okay, because we as the audience, we always said everything is perfect. Okay, in the TV or in the internet. Okay, correlation. So that is function of, wait, let me okay, let me repeat back. Function of mass communication, surveillance, correlation. Okay, so we must correlate, okay, in terms of credible information. Okay, now sensation. Okay, sensationalization. Okay, when media puts forward the most sensational messages to attract consumers. Okay, sometimes there are bad journalism stories simply reinforce what the public want to hear. Okay, instead of offering independent reporting. Okay, sometimes because some journalism company, okay, they try to increase the demand of the newspaper. So sometimes they will reinforce some stories just to try to increase the audience who read their papers. Okay. Now, another function is for entertainment. Okay, so this is mass communication. Okay, now we use technology to watch sports, watching movies, play video games, watch YouTube, okay, videos, and listen to iPod on a daily basis. So nowadays it is a common for us where we have internet. So at any place, anywhere, anytime, okay, we can do all this. Watch sports, watching movies, play video games, okay, watch YouTube, okay, and listen to the iPod on every day. Okay, now people turn to media during leisure time to escape from bored and relief. So that's what we do. Okay, when we have some leisure time during weekends, for example, sometimes we want to watch movie, okay, or we want to watch sports for our to escape from boredom. Okay, when we bored sometimes, or sometimes we want to release tension of ourselves. Okay, so we turn to media. So we rely on media to take us to places we could not afford to go or imagine. Sometimes, for example, this type of picture. Okay, sometimes we watch TV, so we watch all those scenery. So this is sometimes we cannot afford to go or to imagine. Okay, or sometimes we want to learn new culture. Okay, so the media will make us laugh, think, or cry. So mass communication is actually what we call function is to entertain people. Okay, so this is another one of the functions of mass communication. Okay. Now, another function is transmission. This is more to promotion. Okay, so if you see a picture here, this is a celebrity of Malaysian celebrity. So her name is Rosita Cik Wan. So she is the celebrity. We call it endorser, duta. Okay, for a product named Rania Gold. This is one skincare product, a cosmetic product. Okay, so her name is Rosita Cik Wan. One of the function of mass communication is to transmit, okay, or to socialize, okay, for socialization process. So most media plays a significant role in the socialization process. Okay. Okay. Next we have a mass media is a vehicle to transmit culture, values, rules, and also habits. So sometimes maybe we want to educate public. Okay, we can use mass communication. Now we often search to a role model in the mass media. Okay, so mass communication influences us. So why would a company pay celebrity to sell their products? Kenapa sometimes some of the company would use celebrity to sell their products? Because some people seen celebrity as a role model. Okay, so that's why sometimes celebrity actor or actress, they got followers. Okay, because we interpret or we perceive, okay, we perceive them as our role model. Okay, so that's why for some company, they would pay the celebrity to sell their products or to advertise their products. Okay. Another function is mobilization. Okay, so with instant access to media and information, we can witness the same events taking place in real time somewhere else. Because of the mass communication. Okay, so the information, and also we can witness the same events taking place in real time at somewhere else. So mobilization. So when we use communication, easy for us to assess, okay, easy for us to witness some event, the same events, okay, taking place to somewhere else. Okay, now that is the functions of mass communication, where we have six functions. Okay, the first one is surveillance. The second one is entertainment, sensationalization, correlation, okay, sensation. And then another function is for entertainment, okay, and transmission, right? We want to transfer or we want to change our society, so we can use mass communication. Mobilization, so those are six functions of mass communication. Okay, now we move to the another topics in this mass communication is new media. Okay, new media. Okay. Okay. Now, any type of media from newspaper articles, blog of music and podcasts that are delivered digitally. That is new media. Okay, talking when we deliver things digitally, it could be newspaper. Okay, now we have online platform which was delivered digitally. Okay, so it include any types of media. Okay, any types of media that's been delivered digitally is a new media. So website, email, mobile phones, and streaming apps, or any internet-related form of communication can be considered new media. Okay, we have mobile phones, we use email, we use website, we use streaming apps. Okay, and with the internet-related, okay, so that is considered as new media. Okay, digital media. Okay, this is actually we have seen before, so just only I just need to repeat it because it is under new media. So it is actually form of communication just now. Okay, it has become influential form of media in the present time. So it also referred to new media. So it's combined the all attribute of interactive communication together with internet provider. So with the internet, provide quick and easy accessible information in variety of formats, wide-ranging mediums. This is what we call mediums, okay? Email, social media, video platform, websites, mobile apps, e-books, podcast, online radio ni is what we call medium for new media, okay? So so there is if any of you would like to pursue, okay, in a marketing or in this mass communication, okay, or talking about the new media, so you could pursue in digital marketing, okay, and social media marketing, because now every organization need to create strong online presence and better facilitation of communication with audience. Okay, so it is a broad what do we call in terms of a job. Okay, so we're sure right now most of the organization need to create this strong online presence. Okay, so they need a people who are area in digital marketing and also social media marketing. And if you learn communication right now, okay, introduction to communication, one of your subject, okay, you might want to pursue, okay, in this area, okay. So because you have already communication background, okay, so it is only to practice it, okay, practical, and okay, using the all those communication medium, or apa, the communication ethics, for example, okay. So it's only that you learn how to use the digital marketing and social media marketing, then you can combine it, okay, become a good digital marketing people or manager, okay, or executive, or social media marketing manager, okay. Okay, mass media has transformed a medium of public communication to becoming a global platform of social communication where people can freely express themselves. Okay, we have mass media, and also we have medium of public communication, and now becoming a global, what we call global platform of social communication. So now we have new technologies, and the social media platform have changed the way we see a world around us. Okay, so we can see a world in a few seconds. Kan, for example, we use Google, so we can reach our information, okay, as easy, okay, and very fast. Okay, so because we have these new technologies, and also because we have the social media platform. Okay, now characteristics of mass media. Okay, so this is some characteristic of mass media. Communication is mostly one way. Okay, most of the communication is one way. So for example, just now we look at the outdoor, okay, billboards. Okay, when we saw a billboards or advertisement, it is a one-way communication. We can only see, but we can't. I mean, the sender or the company advertise the product, but we cannot communicate. Okay, it is one-way communication. So advertisement, when you see advertisement, when you watch advertisement in the TV or listen advertisement in the radio, it is actually one-way communication. Okay. Now audience has great deal of choice, and audience has great deal of choice. Of course, audience can see as many as advertisement as they can. Okay, and they have great choices to choose any product that they want. Okay, so there is no harm. Okay, and reach large and vast audience. So of course, when we use mass media, for example, billboards just now, okay, so we can reach large and vast audience. Okay, so for example, people who use roads. Okay, now oftenly we will put the billboards along the road. Okay, or in Malaysia we put along the highway. So along the highway, when we drive a car, let's say from north to south, from Penang, for example, to Kuala Lumpur. So along the highway, there will be a billboards. Okay, so for example, that day, so if all the highway users, for example, drivers, okay, they might see the billboards, okay, on their way to Kuala Lumpur. Okay, now aim messages to attract largest audience possible. Okay, so they have a messages when they put, okay, for example, just now McDonald, okay, telling about the Gunung Kinabalu, so they have a messages, okay, to inform. Now influence society and are in turn influenced by society. Okay, sometimes these mass media will influence the society, okay, and sometimes turn up they were influenced by society. Okay, and one of the characteristics, another characteristic is number 6. Source of information we get is the latest news from. Okay, so from mass media we get it is a source of information, and we gain a latest news. It is cheap, okay, and easily available. Okay, and last one, communication is mostly one way. Okay, sorry, apa ni, error, it is an error. So number 1 and number 8 is the same. Okay, so those are characteristic of mass media. Okay, sorry, mass media, yeah, okay. Excuse me. Ada kelas, ada kelas. Okay, all right. This is what we call mass media. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. I think saya dah bagi wrong example. Okay, so it can be what do we call? It can be a billboard, because a billboard is not because when we consider mass media, if you look at the mass media here, okay, okay, we are talking about the medium of public communication, okay, to becoming a global platform of social communication, where people can freely express themselves. Okay, so it is a social media platform. Okay, so for example, website. So we can use website because website is communicate one way. Kan, when we read the website, okay, we can what we call we can respond. Okay, we could only read. Okay, when we read website. Okay, so audience has great deal of choice. So there are many websites, so we can use many types of many website that we can and reach large and vast audience. Okay, everybody can log in into any websites. Okay, or click in any websites. Okay, so it can reach a large audience. Aim messages to attract largest audience possible. Influence society, and sometimes the society will influence back the social media or the mass media. Okay, source of information we get is the latest news. So of course, in the website, the company is trying, okay, will put all the latest news. So are cheap and easy available. Okay, it's very cheap for us. It's very cheap because we need only some workers or some digital marketing people, okay, to create the website. Okay, so that is the characteristics of mass media. Okay, another characteristics of new media is dispersal, meaning that interaction is defined by many, okay, many to many. That is characteristics of new media. So this one is new media. So if I scroll back the slide, okay, hopefully, okay, this is new media. Okay, websites, mobile apps. This is a medium of new media. For example, emails. Okay, so the characteristics of new media media. Okay, dispersal means interaction is defined by many to many. Hypertext, where provide on-demand access to content, or a text which provide a network or links to other texts. We call it hypertext. This is a characteristic of new media. So we can link, the network can link, okay, to other texts virtually anywhere. Okay, not bound by geography. So I'm here in Malaysia, so I could reach I could reach information from Indonesia, for example. Okay, just using new media. Okay, using emails, using websites, okay, or using the Google, so I can reach information about Indonesia, for example, or about others country. Okay, so there is no geography boundaries digitally, so on any digital device, and interactive, where creative participation and community formation around media content or interactive user. Okay, so creative participation and community formation around media content. Okay, or interactive, or we could say interactive user feedback. So those are the characteristic of new media. Okay, so that's the end of my lecture today on mass communication and new media communication. Okay, Miss Wu.
Ya, sebentar saya open. Ya. Baik, Miss Nur, terima kasih atas materinya. Jadi materinya sangat lengkap ya, insya Allah, karena mulai dari pengertian dari media massa sampai karakteristik dari media massa itu sendiri atau komunikasi massa, dan di komunikasi massa sendiri banyak juga jenisnya teman-teman. Ada kalau kita itu di sini sering bilangnya itu media konvensional seperti media-media yang tadi relate dengan pembelajaran komunikasi integrated marketing communication. Ya, jadi salah satu fungsi dari komunikasi massa itu adalah untuk media beriklan, ya, karena memang penyampaiannya secara luas atau secara publik. Nah, kemudian salah satu jenis dari komunikasi massa yang lain adalah ada yang disebut dengan above media, line media, jadi media link atas. Seperti contohnya sering kita gunakan itu media-media konvensional seperti televisi, radio, kemudian majalah, koran. Lalu ada juga below line media, seperti tadi yang disampaikan oleh Miss Nur, spanduk ya, baliho iklan. Nah, ya itu juga salah satu, dan ternyata kalau sekarang itu teman-teman ada penggabungan dua-duanya. Nah, karena kita saat ini kenal dengan yang namanya digital. Jadi digitalization mass communication ya, dan disebut dengan new media gitu. Tapi hati-hati, media massa dan media sosial bukan hal yang sama ya, keduanya adalah dua hal yang berbeda. Dan terima kasih Mister tadi sudah menjadi pemantik kita. Mungkin setelah ini kita akan buka sesi tanya jawab atau diskusi, dan saya persilakan bagi teman-teman yang memiliki pertanyaan atau kegelisahan terkait dengan media massa ini boleh diajukan ya.
Ya.
Jangan khawatir, boleh pakai bahasa Indonesia. Kalau nyaman dengan bahasa Inggris juga nggak masalah, ya.
Betul.
Teman-teman bisa juga chat, ya. Dan jangan ragu untuk bertanya, soalnya kali ini pertemuan terakhir kita dengan Miss Nur untuk mata kuliah ini ya. Kita sudah tujuh pertemuan. Yeah.
So today is the last one.
This is the last one. Dan saat ini juga kita kedatangan Miss Yudit ini. Ada Miss Yudit ya.
Hari ini?
Iya.
Okay, hi. With us
Hi,
today.
Puan. How are you?
Yeah, well, okay, fine, good. How are you?
Thank you very much for the material today.
Yeah, right. I will send the material for through you or through Miss Vo afterwards. Okay?
That's okay.
Yes,
Maybe you can send it to Miss Vo first,
Alright.
and then Miss Vo can pass to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Include the last meeting.
Yeah, the last one. Yeah. I'm intend to post today.
Yeah, the last week I mean belum dikirim juga ya.
Yeah, ethics. Ethics. Right. I will post after this. Okay.
Oke, thank you. Oke, silakan teman-teman, masih tetap dibuka ya. Jika ada pertanyaan, silakan diajukan diskusi. Media komunikasi ya. Ya, mungkin ada yang mau sharing tentang dampak, efek komunikasi massa. Kalau kita berbicara tentang dampak atau efek komunikasi massa, sangat luar biasa karena ini sifatnya publik dan setiap orang bisa mengakses komunikasi massa ya. Tadi saya ingat.
Sometimes with the same advertisement, but we interpret different.
Iya.
Sometimes interpretation is different, right? When we
Iya,
see,
kita memiliki, ya setiap orang juga akan memiliki interpretasi yang berbeda, tergantung bagaimana orang menyaring atau meliterate informasi yang dia dapatkan. Nah, tadi saya tertarik dengan penyampaian tentang sinetron. Jadi kalau di Indonesia itu ada yang namanya sinetron. Kadang kalau kita tidak bisa meliterate dengan baik, maksud saya kita bisa kena dampak dari media massa. Gitu. Nah, salah satu contohnya efek dari sinetron itu di tahun 2000 berapa ya? 2017 mungkin, maaf ya. Ada si Dede lagi di pangku. Ada kasus pembunuhan. Ada kasus pembunuhan di mana pelakunya itu adalah seorang ibu rumah tangga. Ibu rumah tangga, housewife, yang dia melakukan pembunuhan itu karena terinspirasi dengan sinetron.
Influence by
sinetron.
Sinetron. Okay.
Jadi itu salah satu efek atau dampak dari media massa yang bisa kita lihat, dan salah satu hal mengapa kita perlu mempelajari media massa itu agar kita bisa meliterate dengan baik diri kita. Ini hilang ya. Mohon maaf, ini baru bangun tidur.
Hai.
Hello.
Assalamualaikum. Hai. Senyum dia. Should mass communication actually should influence sometimes positive way, sometimes negative, right? Kadang-kadang dia menjadi positif,
sometimes
negative. Seorang ya Miss Bo, baru seorang.
Iya, baru seorang.
Hai. Berapa tu? Berapa bulan?
10.
Okay.
Memang.
Ya, sekarang tengah busy, dia tengah aktif.
Yes.
Ya. Aktif 10 months. Ya.
Ya, mana teman-teman suaranya? Nanti minggu depan kita, ini udah saya lagi yang menyampaikan. Jadi kita masih di sana.
You all have a mid break, cuti pertengahan semester. Do you all have?
Mid break. Yes. Mid semester no, we don't have.
We are having mid break next week.
Right.
Next week we are having mid break. Then minggu ke-8 after that. Then we have another 7 weeks to complete the semester. Yeah, another 7 weeks to complete the semester.
For the real in UNJ is 12 meeting. 12 meeting. And we only have after the last examination we have break.
Okay.
Sebentar. Ada yang mau aja.
Any other yang lain? Do you have any experience to share with me? Anything that we could say that means some what do we call good experience maybe, okay, from mass communication like TV or radios, okay. Or your experience using social media, okay. What is your experience using social media? Do you think it's easy? Adakah senang, mudah to to have any information, to search for information. Do you think social media is easy for you? Oh, okay. Kiki.
Ya, Miss, gimana, Miss?
Ya. Anyone? Yang lain? Ada pengalaman?
Maybe Kiki want to share his
Okay.
experience for social media use. Kiki, you can open your camera.
Gimana, Miss, tadi, Miss? Putus-putus, Miss.
Mau share nggak pengalamannya tentang penggunaan sosial media, Kiki?
Kalau pengalaman saya menggunakan sosial media itu ya kadang bisa menambah informasi gitu, Miss.
Ya.
Melalui Instagram kayak gitu, Miss. Kadang bisa. Kemudian bisa apa ya? Berkomunikasi dengan teman-teman kayak gitulah, Miss. Kalau pakai sosial media, terutama di Instagram biasanya. Kalau enggak lewat ya Instagram kalau saya.
Yeah. It's only that as we need to what we call screen the message. Okay, sometimes mungkin ada bad message, sometimes mungkin ada good message. So we need to have skill, okay, untuk screen message yang bagus untuk kita. Okay, sometimes there may be some bad message will influence us. So sometimes kita kena juga should have some skill on how to screen whether it is a bad, okay, or a good message or positive message to us. Okay, so we don't let the social media influence us, okay, but we are the one to influence the social media. So jangan biarkan social media itu mempengaruhi kita. Okay, tapi pastikan kita yang mempengaruhi social media itu. So pastikan kita dapatkan maklumat yang betul, okay, for our what do we call, for our knowledge. Okay, because nowadays it is a what we call world without borders, kan, tidak ada sempadan. Okay, so we are the one, kita sendiri yang kena pastikan apa yang kita dapat maklumat tu from the reliable sources, maklumat yang sumber yang betul, okay, maklumatnya yang baik untuk kita guna, okay, that is the challenging, cabaran masa kini, okay, because we can't kalau saya sebagai ibu pada anak-anak saya pun, sometimes saya pun tak boleh nak saya tak boleh sekat, kan, I can, because sometimes when they are free, they're using the smartphone, okay, so we just can advise, kan, I just can advise my sons, my children, okay, but they need to have a skill to screen, kan, which one is good for them, which one is not good for them, okay, not only you, at home pun myself, okay, I have sons, and and of course they are also using all the smartphone and all the social media, okay, so because the world without boundaries, so and then and for nowadays we can what we call because now we learn using for example like now we using online, okay, so same like them, they're using online, okay, because we do not go to school yet, right, they do not go to school yet, okay, so but we can, sometimes we need to give some skill, okay, or to ingatkan, okay, to make them alert that there are some also bad thing on the social media, okay, so it is ourselves to screen out which one is good, which one is bad, okay. All right, Miss Vo.
Oke, thank you. Ini ada satu pertanyaan di kolom chat. Ya, dari Yulinda, excuse me, miss, I want to ask, how to determine the appropriate use of mass media, and what do you think is the right mass media to use right now? Thank you. Bagaimana mendefinisi?
Appropriate use of mass media. Okay. Yeah, like I said just now to Kiki. Okay. Because right now the right mass media that we use, we are using the one that we can earn the knowledge. Okay, so for example, right now we are using mass media to earn knowledge, kan? I mean, to have this class right now. Okay, so the appropriate use, so we ourselves have to determine, because when we use social media right now, we are using individually. Okay, for example, at home, myself pun, my sons, for example, they have their own smartphone. Okay, so we are watching individually, right? So the what we should do, the appropriate use, make sure that what we want to see or what we want to learn, okay, bring the positive one to us. Okay. What else? The right mass media to use right now. The right mass media to use right now. I don't have any what do we call? Saya rasa tak ada satu yang specifically. Okay. You can use YouTube. You can use ebook. Okay. You can use what else? For example, right now we use some of the apps, right? Communication apps to get reach. Okay. But make sure any mass media that you use, whether it is email or website, okay, use what do we call it? Bahasa Malaysia cakap berhemah. Is it the same as Indonesia? Berhemah. Berhemah means use it properly. Use it with the what do we call ethics. Okay, we should have an ethics. Etikanya juga perlu ada. So kalau kita rasa some of the website is not good for us, okay, so leave it, just leave it. Okay, so hanya because hanya dapatkan the website which we want to earn information or we want to earn knowledge. Okay. So when you reach the data, for example, Google, for example, so make sure what you Google is things or information or knowledge that you want to gain for your self-development or for the education purpose. Okay. All right. Yulinda, anything to share? Thank you, Yulinda. So anything to share with us?
Iya, sebenarnya kalau media massa itu memiliki karakteristik sendiri ya, karakteristik media sosial, media massa maksud saya, dan setiap media massa jenisnya itu memiliki kelebihan dan kekurangan masing-masing, bergantung dengan bagaimana keperluan dan kepentingan kita. Namun yang tidak bisa teman-teman hindari adalah di mata kuliah yang lain saya pernah menyampaikan bahwasanya media massa itu memiliki salah satu teori yang melekat, yaitu agenda setting ya. Jadi setiap media itu memiliki agenda yang men-setting dan men-share ke semua khalayak atau publik agar mereka menganggap berita yang di-share oleh media itu adalah berita yang penting. Ya, jadi pertanyaan Yulinda itu sebenarnya menarik. Media apa sih yang terbaik mungkin yang bisa kita gunakan saat ini gitu. Nah, namun karena karakteristik media itu yang berbeda-beda, kemudian kebutuhan kita yang berbeda, tentu itu menjadi salah satu pilihan kita. Namun yang tidak bisa kita lupa adalah setiap media itu memiliki agenda settingnya masing-masing. Nah, nanti depend on us, kita memilih bagaimana kita bisa menyaring informasi itu, lalu kemudian menyesuaikannya dengan kebutuhan kita. Jadi bisa jadi Yulinda bukan orang yang visual, jadi dia tidak suka menonton televisi dan menginginkan media yang audio seperti radio misalnya atau podcast. Ya. Atau ada teman-teman yang memang dia suka menonton. Jadi kenapa sih televisi itu tetap eksis sampai saat ini padahal udah ada YouTube, udah ada banyak pengganti televisi ya mungkin. Tapi kenapa televisi tetap masih ada, tetap stay in gitu. Jadi salah satunya karena memang manusia itu memiliki indera yang memang dia relate ke media tersebut gitu. Jadi ya televisi tetap eksis saja sampai saat ini. Jadi tergantung dengan kita kira-kira tadi sepakat dengan Miss Nur bagaimana media mana yang kemudian akan meningkatkan pengetahuan kita, ilmu kita, maka itu mungkin yang terbaik yang bisa kita ambil gitu ya. Itu mungkin tambahan dari saya. Silakan teman-teman jika ada pertanyaan lagi atau komentar dan seterusnya. Dan yang perlu dihati-hati lagi dari media adalah tersebarnya hoax ya, walaupun kalau di media massa sebenarnya ada jarang ya hoax. Yang sering itu di media massa itu salah satu hal yang perlu juga kita waspadai di media.
Oke. Mau ditambah sekejap. Lupa. Ya.
Ya, baik, silakan teman-teman jika masih ada pertanyaan atau sharing diskusi.
Ya.
Media massa menarik ya, media massa.
Someone would like to share? Okay, anything that you would like to share regarding mass communication or new media? Ya, sekarang mudah untuk kita dapat information. Okay, very
Betul.
yeah, very easy to reach the information with a few seconds. Berapa saat saja sudah kita dapat sometimes maklumatnya.
Ya, apalagi kalau setiap orang saat ini memiliki smartphone. Ya, jadi dari smartphone itu informasi banyak bertubi-tubi. Jadi salah satu masalah atau problem manusia di zaman saat ini, di zaman digital ini adalah kebanjiran informasi. Ya, kebanjiran informasi sampai kadang mereka tidak bisa membagi antara mana yang prioritas dan mana yang tidak prioritas seperti itu. Ini berita ini atau informasi ini bisa saya konsumsi, informasi ini tidak saya konsumsi karena permasalahan kita saat ini adalah benar-benar kebanjiran informasi. Udah saya flow. Jadi setiap sebentar tadi seperti yang Miss Nur bilang, ting WA kita berbunyi, ada informasi masuk terus disuruh share ya. Masuk share. Gitu. Oke. Mungkin Miss Yudit ada tanggapan karena ini pertemuan terakhir atau mungkin ada informasi.
Actually, I have a little wish for the student to speak with Miss Nur Aminin because they are actually my student in conversation English class. So I just want to hear.
They didn't speak up.
Yeah, they don't speak up. Only Kiki, but still in Indonesian. That's why I'm waiting for them to speak with Puan in English actually, because this is their last chance to communicate with Kuan Nor.
Yeah.
Is this your last chance?
Yeah, my last day today. Yeah.
Okay, Kemal, maybe Kemal.
Yeah. Yeah, Kamal.
Okay, thank you so much for Miss Fo and Miss Miss lupa satunya. Miss Fo dan Miss Yudit, and thank you so much for Miss Nor. Actually, I don't wanna ask, but I just wanna give my feedback to you about these lectures. Actually, we have a lot of experiences and a lot of knowledge that you have given to me. And thank you so much for Mr. Noor for giving us how to speaking in well and communications good for the others audience maybe. And I don't know how to say it, but actually I will miss you so much for the
Wow.
next meeting because this is the last hour meeting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I hope sometimes I can visit your university
Yeah.
and learn on there. Just it. Thank
Yes.
you, Mr. Noor.
You can visit us, and you can have my email actually. So I type my email here.
You can text in chat with.
We can always
Maybe
communicate after this.
Yeah,
one day, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so very I'm very apa ya penasaran with the student on there. So I think this will gonna be cool if I can learn on there.
Okay. Thank you, Kamal. Thank you for the feedback. Okay. So I really appreciate to be one of the lecturers or the visiting or under the program visiting professors. Okay, to teach, to have a time for 7 weeks, given me a 7 weeks precious time. Okay, to at least to give some knowledge. Okay, actually to share, okay, to share what I have with all the students out there. Okay, but there is some room of more rooms of improvement actually. Okay, so you may gain more knowledge. So this is only what I have. Okay, so I'm sure there are many more knowledge that you can gain. Okay, but thank you very much. Okay, for the feedback, for the response. I really appreciate it. And yeah, you are welcome. Please do spare some time, okay, to come to Malaysia, right?
Yeah, yeah. I hope we have exchange program so our student can learn at Malaysia UITM. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good Kemal. Yeah, after pandemic, inshallah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have two students from University Semarang last year, 2020, but they come this week. Next week is pandemic already. Next week is, so they have to stay in the hostel for until Hari Raya, until Adil Fitri, from January until June, I think, and then they go back to Kuala Lumpur. Then I think they fly back to Indonesia after that. But they trapped, okay, in the hostel. But we still doing an online class. But then they cannot go anywhere. Okay, they are in the hostel with the Sabahans and Sarawakians, because Sabah and Sarawak students they didn't go back, so they still in the hostel. So we have two from University Semarang. That is from the faculty engineering, civil engineering. Okay, but all of you are welcome. Okay, please someday, right? Maybe they have any change programs, then you are welcome to come to UITM. Okay.
Ya, mungkin Miss Yudit yang mungkin punya some information about exchange student or something else. Ya, mudah-mudahan ya, we hope after pandemic we can visit the Malaysia.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, actually in 2020 we have planned to visit UITM, but sadly we have to break our plan because pandemic. Actually, I already make the proposal for the university to make a visit in UITM.
Oh, okay. Is it in Shah Alam or branches in Penang branches?
In Shah Alam.
Shah Alam, yeah. Shah Alam is our headquarters.
I see.
Yeah, we have many branches. Actually, every state in Malaysia has UITM.
Oh, so
Yeah.
how many campus?
Altogether, I think 25 campus is, if I'm not mistaken, because some state got 2 campus. For example, like Penang now, we have Permatang Pao. I'm from Permatang Pao, and we have another campus we call Bertam. Bertam campus. Yeah, but Bertam is only faculty pharmacist and science kesihatan, health science. Yeah. In Permatang Pao, like now we have all the engineerings. We have civil, electrical, mechanical. Okay, and then we have our faculty and hotels as well. Hotel management and faculty business management. So I'm under business management. So we have economics. Okay, under lecturers in actually teaching economics also we have here.
So how many hours from KL?
Okay, if you use airplane, okay, it's only 1 hour using airplane. But if you driving, okay, it will take 4 to 6 hours.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, driving 4 to 6 hours. But if you take a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Penang, it's only take 50 to 1 hour, 50 minutes to 1 hour.
Okay, thank you very much for the information. Semoga tahun depan ya, Miss Po, kita bisa visit Malaysia.
Amin, welcome. Ya.
Iya, dan bisa bertemu langsung ya dengan Mister. Summer student. Oke, baik, Mister, kita sudah 1,5 jam bersama-sama pada saat ini. Sayang sekali waktu kita membatasi. Mungkin sebelum kita tutup kelas ini ada closing statement or suggestion for us. Waktu saya persilakan. Pada Mister saya persilakan.
Ya. Azan, ya? Maghrib.
Ya, Maghrib di Indonesia.
Di Indonesia pukul 7. Okay, we just
Silakan Miss Nur, di beberapa tempat sudah selesai.
Kita sudah di penghujung, saya pasti. Ya, okay. Untuk semua student, thank you very much again. Okay. Very glad to have with you accompany me for 7 weeks. Okay. And then hopefully you gain some what do you call knowledge, okay, some good knowledge from me, okay, so that you can use for your future, okay, for your daily use, okay, so because the communication we use every day, okay, so hopefully it might help you, right? Apa lagi ya? Looking forward. Okay, I'm looking forward to meeting you all again. Okay, thank you very much. Ya, Miss Bo.
Ya, thank you very much, Miss Nur, atas materi yang sudah disampaikan selama 7 pertemuan ini. Semuanya bermanfaat dan semoga kita bisa menerapkan yang baik, ya, menerapkan baik-baik dan pesan-pesan yang sudah pernah disampaikan. Saya pribadi meminta maaf jika selama membersamai Miss Nur masih banyak kekurangan dan kehilapan. Dan juga mewakili teman-teman mahasiswa di UNY, dan mudah-mudahan nanti silaturahim kita tetap berjalan walaupun sudah tidak di kelas ini.
Ya, baik.
Baik, mungkin sebelum kelas ini ditutup, teman-teman, kita bisa foto bareng dulu untuk yang terakhir, ya. Silakan teman-teman untuk open cam. Ya, silakan open cam terlebih dahulu. Ini ada 4 slide, ya.
Hi, everyone. Ya, baru dapat lihat. Sebelum ni tidak sempat, ya. Ramai. Oh, okay. Mira. Hai.
Ya, ada 4 layar. Oke, layar pertama.
Kita di layar pertama, ya?
Iya. Kemudian layar kedua.
Okay.
Layar ketiga. Dan jelas layar keempat. Ya, ini ternyata masih azan masih berkumandang di tempat saya, tapi nggak apa-apa, mungkin nanti biar bisa langsung kita closing, teman-teman. Sekali lagi terima kasih banyak Miss Nur atas materi yang sudah disampaikan dan teman-teman semuanya, semoga materi-materi yang bermanfaat untuk kita. Dan terima kasih banyak Miss Yudit yang sudah menyempatkan untuk hadir. Miss Yudit ini adalah LO-nya Miss Nur, ya, yang sudah hadir dan bersedia direpotkan terus untuk menyambung. Semoga bermanfaat. Baik teman-teman, sebelum kita tutup kelas kita berdoa terlebih dahulu menurut agama percaya masing-masing. Berdoa syukur dimulai. Dan saya akhiri kelas kita dengan Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Sampai jumpa.
Waalaikumsalam.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Puan.
Ya, jumpa lagi. Thank you Miss Yudi. Thank you Miss Bo.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Semoga bisa berkomunikasi lagi.
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'm searching for you, Miss Yudi. Can't see you. Where?
Miss Yudi nggak open cam. Mungkin
Iya, saya off cam.
Off cam. Okay. Alright. See you, Miss Yudi. See you next time.
See you.
Okay.
Bye. Bagi yang mau meninggalkan